Hey y'all, welcome back. My name's Sarah and this is my channel, The Sassy Bookworm. So today I'm going to be doing my January book haul for you guys. I did technically receive more books than what I'm showing you in January, but I already did the book outlet unboxing, so I'm just going to leave a link to it in the iCard above and below in case you all want to go check that out, see what else I got this month. But these are the books that I just kind of purchased here and there, so I figured I would go ahead and share these with you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this book haul. So the first two books I have here are Angel Fall and World After by Susan E. So this series is set in a world where angels of the apocalypse have come down to destroy the modern world. So this story focuses on a girl named Penryn. It's like P-E-N-R-Y-N. I don't know how exactly you're supposed to say it, but there it is. And when warrior angels come down and take her little sister, she decides that she's going to do anything to get her back, even if it means working with an enemy angel, which is how she meets Raffi, who after years of fighting his own battles, he is left wingless and broken on the street, being saved by this 17-year-old girl who just wants to get her sister back. The story is about them traveling and fighting their way to where her sister is at, and I guess like the layer of these angels where she can get her sister back and he can have a chance of redemption. And World After is just a sequel to this book. I went ahead and picked up both of them just because they were a pretty good price on Amazon. There is a third book, but I didn't get it because it was a little bit more expensive, so I didn't worry about it for right now. But the only person I've ever heard talk about this book was Christine from Poland Bananas Books. And I do know that she said that she enjoyed these books, so they sounded pretty interesting, so I wanted to go ahead and pick them up and give them a read. They are pretty short books, honestly, so it shouldn't take long to get through them, so I'm definitely hoping to be able to pick these up soon. So the next book I have here is Paper Princess by Erin Watt, the first book in the Royal series. I had actually never heard of this book until Tashopolis was talking about it in one of her videos, and it did sound like a really interesting book, and I absolutely love the cover. Like, honestly, this cover really drew me in because I just love how elegant it looks, and I think that it's a really pretty cover. This book is about a girl named Ella Harper who has been living her whole life going from town to town with her mother, who seems to be like a little bit of a questionable character. She's been struggling to make ends meet and hoping that someday that she can be someone better. But unfortunately, after her mother's death, it leaves Ella truly alone. That is until Callum Royal comes and gets Ella out of poverty and tosses her into his mansion with his 5 royal sons. But these 5 royal sons hate her. There is one son named Reed Royal who is absolutely set on sending her back to the slumps where she came from because he says that she doesn't belong, and unfortunately it makes Ella start to believe that she does not belong. This whole world is incredibly new to her, and if she wants to stay a part of this new lifestyle, she has to learn to adapt and be able to make her own royal decrees. I have heard that this book is classified as a young adult novel, but I've also heard it been said that this book is anything but young adult, so if you do decide to read this book, just keep that in mind. I have not read it yet, but I did just want to go ahead and put that warning out there just in case. The next book I have here is Scythe by Neil Schutzerman. This is actually another book that I picked up because of Tashopolis. It sounded like a really interesting book when she was talking about it, and so I wanted to go ahead and pick it up for myself. So Scythe is basically about a world where nobody dies, like from anything. They don't die from hunger, they don't die from disease or anything like that. Humanity itself has gone above all of these things and has basically conquered death. Now the only person who can end people's lives is called the Scythe. Because in a world where nobody dies, you're obviously gonna have to do some population control because then the world is just gonna get too crowded with humans. So this story follows Citra and Rowan who have been chosen to become apprentices to be a Scythe, a role that neither of them want to take. So these two must learn how to take a person's life, and if they fail, it could mean losing their own lives. And as they start to go through this, they start to realize that living in a also perfect world comes with a massive price. So this does sound like a really interesting book to read, and I'm pretty sure that the sequel just came out for it or it's coming out soon. But I wanted to go ahead and pick up the first book just because it sounded so interesting. So the next book I have here is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Now these books have been out for quite a while, and I have thought about reading these before, but I don't think I've actually ever picked up any of these books, and when I saw this cover on Amazon, I just had to get it. I absolutely love the way that it looks. It has this real pretty gold going across for the letters, and that has this beautiful watercolor of this deer, and it is like one of the flap covers, so I don't really remember what these are called, but it also has like the design of this inside, and I just thought that it was so pretty, so I did go ahead and pick it up. So this is a book about a girl named Elena who starts off as a soldier in the war that is being fought within this book. So the first mission that she has to take as a soldier is traveling through the Shadowfold, which is a place of unnatural darkness crawling with hideous monsters. But when her team gets attacked, she unleashes power that she didn't even know that she had. After this happens, she gets thrown into a world of royalty where she trains with the Gracia, I think is how you say it, or Gracia? I don't really know how you're supposed to say it, but anyway, which are the people who is the magical military for this country. But she also falls under the spell of their notorious leader, the Darkling. He believes that she is the one who can master her untamed gift and be able to unite the world and destroy the Shadowfold. But as she goes on this journey, she starts to learn more about her past and more of what's happening with this war and about things that could threaten her life, the one she loves, and her world in general. I've always heard really good things about these books, so I don't expect to be disappointed when I read them, and I think that it'll be a really interesting read. And then the final book I have here is Alex and Eliza by Melissa De La Cruz. I am absolutely excited about this book. I absolutely loved Hamilton when it came out, just as most of the booktubers on here. One of my favorite videos that I've done so far is definitely the Hamilton tag, because I just absolutely loved everything Hamilton, and I still love Hamilton. I'm just not quite as obsessed as I used to be, and ever since this book came out, I have been wanting it, but I could never justify actually buying it. So I did find it on Amazon for a pretty good price. Unfortunately, when I got it, it was damaged, so I am gonna have to return this copy, but I did want to go ahead and just include it in the haul regardless, because I am actually really excited about this book. It's the love story of Alexander Hamilton and Eliza Schuyler. As someone who has never seen the Broadway play, I am really excited to read this. I know that it's not going to follow exactly along because it is going to be more of a young adult book, but it is still going to use the same characters that we fell in love with Hamilton. I don't know a whole lot about it. All I really needed to know was Alex and Eliza. Like, you had me at Alex and Eliza. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Like I said, it is a pretty small book haul, but I didn't want to include all of the books that I'd already done with the book outlet unboxing. Like I said, I will leave it in the iCard above, and I will also leave it down below in the description in case you want to see what books I got from that. Comment down below what you think of these books, whether any of these are your favorite books, if you think that any of these books are ones that I should pick up immediately and start reading, or just your thoughts on the books in this haul. Hit the like button down below if you enjoyed this video and want to see more book hauls from me, and hit that subscribe button down there if you want to see more content from me. I am trying to post at least one video a week, so I hope that you will come on me with this journey as I figure out who I'm going to be on YouTube. I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and until next time, I'll see you guys then. Bye! Starts off as a show, so this book is a girl. This book is a girl.